Did you know that studies suggest luck is more about psychology than probability? Well, as someone who doesn't consider herself lucky, as you can imagine, this sent my nerdy synapses dancing. True or false? Luck can't be influenced. False. Studies show that luck can be shaped by how we think and behave. So maybe I should stop thinking I'm not lucky. Could I, and perhaps some of my fellow nerds, be sabotaging our luck without realizing it? Well, let's not waste any more time pondering. Let's get our burning questions answered. Starting with, what is luck? Well, that depends on who you ask. For example, psychologists view luck as a perception and mindset. This means believing you're lucky increases your chances of spotting and taking advantage of opportunities. Statisticians, on the other hand, view luck through probability and randomness. For example, if you roll a die, each number has an equal chance of appearing. And finally, philosophers debate whether luck is an illusion. If everything is predetermined, does luck even exist? Well, that cleared absolutely nothing up for me. The truth likely is that luck is part randomness, part perception, and part behavior. Each of these parts can be seen in what is broadly categorized as the 4 types of luck. Any guesses as to what they are? The first is superstition. Superstitious individuals believe that certain actions, objects, or rituals can influence their luck. Examples include carrying a lucky charm or avoiding walking under ladders. While superstitions can seem irrational, studies show they can improve performance when people believe in them. For example, in one study, golfers who were told they were using a lucky ball performed significantly better than those using a regular ball. Yet, did you know superstitious luck is viewed completely differently depending on where you are in the world? Anyone know what is considered lucky in China? If you answered the number 8, you are correct. This number is considered extremely lucky because its pronunciation sounds like the word for wealth. Anyone remember when the Beijing Olympics started? It started at 8 p.m. on August 8th, 08. How about Japan? In Japan, seeing a spider in the morning is lucky, but at night it's unlucky. As someone not from that culture, I'm happy not seeing spiders at any time of the day. Western cultures? In Western cultures, a 4-leaf clover is lucky because it's rare. The odds of finding one? About 1 in 5,000 clovers. And finally, what about India? In India, certain colours are considered lucky, such as red for weddings and new beginnings. Calling all nerds, please answer in the comments. Does this mean if I am not from one of those cultures but apply their superstitions, will I be lucky? Or will my luck be rendered null and void? Very curious about that. The second form of luck is called retrospective luck. This is when you look at past events and label them as lucky or unlucky based on their outcomes. For example, let's say you narrowly avoid an accident. You'd likely consider this as good luck. Why is this important? This retrospective assessment can influence future behavior and decision-making processes. For example, you may take more or fewer risks based on past events. The third type of luck is when you seize opportunity. Anyone know who is credited with the saying, "Chance favors the prepared mind"? If you said Louis Pasteur, you're correct. Individuals who are proactive and attentive are more likely to recognize and act upon favorable circumstances, which creates their own luck. And the fourth is random chance. This is likely how most people would define luck. Winning a lottery or being struck by lightning are examples. So what does all this mean about being a lucky or unlucky person? The answer goes back to the psychology of luck. Psychologist Dr. Richard Wiseman spent over a decade studying lucky and unlucky people. His findings suggest that luck is not a random force, but the result of 4 specific attitudes and behaviors. Okay, finally something we can apply. And here's the best news. If you're one of my curiosity-driven, knowledge-seeking nerds, you already embody many of these characteristics. The first is openness to new experiences. Lucky individuals are more willing to engage in new and diverse activities. Sounds like curiosity to me. This curiosity increases their exposure to potential opportunities that others might miss. The second is resilience and maintaining a positive attitude. Optimism helps overcome adversity and to perceive setbacks as temporary. I personally subscribe to the saying, "A quitter never wins and a winner never quits." Anyone know who said that? If you said Napoleon Hill, you are correct. The third characteristic is that lucky people trust their instincts. Intuition, especially when backed by experience, can lead to lucky outcomes. That means listen to that little voice inside you. It exists in us all and often gives subtle nudges about what action to take. Which brings me to the fourth characteristic, which is that lucky people take action, increasing the odds of positive opportunities. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next is what these characteristics look like in action. We'll start with a lottery winner named Cynthia Stafford. She won $112 million in the California Mega Millions lottery. But she didn't just pick numbers randomly. She actively visualized herself winning for years, going so far as to write down the exact amount she wanted to win. Nerds, pause here, because this ties into how to create your own luck. More on that in a bit. Then there's Richard Lustig, one of the rare people in history to have won the lottery 7 times. While some called him the luckiest man alive, he insisted it was strategy, not luck, that allowed him to beat the odds repeatedly. Part of his strategy was consistency. Another mind-blowing case is that of Joan Ginther. She won 4 Texas lottery jackpots for a combined $21 million. Mathematicians say the odds of this happening randomly are estimated to be 1 in 18 septillion. That's 18 followed by 24 zeros. Some believe she cracked a statistical pattern in scratch-off tickets rather than simply being extraordinarily lucky. What do these winners have in common? They shared many of the characteristics of lucky people. They played frequently, increasing their chances over time. Of course, they didn't win every time, but they didn't quit either. They relied on intuition and optimism. They intuited and maintained the belief that they would win. And third, they took action. They put themselves in situations where winning was a possibility. But doesn't serendipity play a role? My logical mind said, yes, it absolutely must. But did you know there is a science behind serendipity? In fact, some of the greatest inventions in human history were completely unintentional. Anyone know how penicillin was created? Alexander Fleming left a petri dish uncovered and returned to find mold-killing bacteria. This led to the first antibiotic. How about one of my favorites, potato chips? A chef named George Crumb sliced potatoes too thinly in 1853 in an attempt to annoy a customer who complained about thick fries. Instead, he invented the world's most popular snack, Velcro. Swiss engineer George de Mestral noticed how burrs clung to both his and his dog's fur while hiking. Velcro was born. What about the microwave? Percy Spencer, an engineer, noticed that a chocolate bar in his pocket melted while he was working on radar equipment. Instead of ignoring it, he got curious. This curiosity led to the invention of the microwave. What do all of these examples have in common? While serendipity may have been the catalyst, it didn't result in the inventions. Instead, curious minds recognized opportunity in the unexpected and took action. But what if you don't have serendipity as a catalyst? Can you create your luck? Yes, you can. And now let's get back to lottery winner Cynthia Stafford, who credited visualization as key to her luck. Visualization is part of a process called manifestation. Anyone know what popularized manifestation? It was popularized through a book and then film called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. In a nutshell, manifestation suggests that our thoughts and beliefs can directly attract experiences in our lives, both positive and negative. Miss Stafford once explained about the process. I'm a believer. What we constantly focus on, we will bring into our existence. As a result, Stafford's lucky win wasn't luck at all, according to her. She actually visualized winning a specific lottery jackpot in the amount of $112 million. What's more, she wrote down this amount until her visualization became a reality. If you're a critical thinker like myself, you're likely thinking this is a bit woo-woo. But wait, the idea of manifesting has been around for centuries and is even backed by science. The principle is simple. What you focus on grows. Psychologists call this the reticular activating system. It's a network in your brain that filters information to focus on what's important to you. Here's an example. Have you ever learned a new word and then suddenly noticed it everywhere? That's your reticular activating system at work. When you believe in luck and opportunities, your brain actively searches for them. So, how then do you manifest luck? While there are volumes written about this, here are some simple steps you can take today. First, visualize your luck. Close your eyes and picture the lucky outcome you want. Many athletes, business leaders, lucky winners swear by visualization techniques. Next, take more chances. Well, this is sounding familiar. You can't be lucky without taking action. Then you need to reframe failure as opportunity. Yup, we discussed this too. Lucky people see setbacks as pivots rather than dead ends. And finally, something that may be less familiar but is absolute key. Anyone know what could be the most powerful part of manifestation? If you said gratitude, congratulations. You're absolutely right. Here's the rationale behind it, at least according to the law of attraction. Gratitude shifts your vibrational frequency to a positive state, attracting more positive experiences because like attracts like. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you send a signal to the universe that you are open to receiving more abundance and good fortune. Well, I'm game. Is anyone else? Let's take a manifestation challenge together. First, change your mindset on whether you perceive yourself to be lucky or unlucky. Yup, this is absolutely on my to-do list. Next, do something different. Change your routine. Put yourself in situations where you explore different experiences. Lucky breaks often start simply by showing up. As both a creature of habit and an introvert, this will definitely be challenging for me. Next, start a gratitude journal, or at least take moments to be grateful. Once you start noticing the small, lucky things that happen to you, you'll start noticing more of them. If you believe in the law of attraction, you'll attract this luck to yourself. Definitely can do this. And finally, comment below on your success. Who knows? Maybe this video was your lucky break. And if your nerdy brains found this video fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for not only more videos, but to help build the largest community of nerds in the world. Signing off, but the nerdy synapses never rest. Nerdy and proud.